Hello beautifuls, my name is Quavia and I'm the creator of JuJu Thyme. In today's video I'll be channeling down a message from the Divine Dark Cosmic Mother and their messengers for messages that will align us to our individual path towards peace, love, joy, and abundance. Okay, so as this is a collective message, definitely be sure that you lean into your intuition, lean into your spiritual guides, so that way you can hear the message that they brought you here to listen for. Okay, now in the description there will be timestamps if there is a particular area in your life that you are wanting to know more information about, but this will be a full reading, just taking a snapshot as to where you are right now and any kind of advice, lessons that your guides are wanting you to know about. All right, so let's just get started and jump right in. So right now you're in a state of your intuition fully expressing itself. There's a lot of compassion, there's a lot of intuitive nature, there's a lot of nurturement that you are providing yourself right now. And it's a space that is allowing you to really feel with a deeper aspect of yourself. I'm definitely getting this feeling move through me that this you know, this trust, this intuition that is that you're finally trusting, or you're learning to lean into, it feels very foreign, but at the same time I feel like this is a very liberating aspect. It's like you've stepped into a whole new arena, and yeah, there's a lot of nurturement. There's a lot of focus on your own nurturement and also others as well, but it's like you're no longer forgetting yourself. Okay, the energy that is currently surrounding you. Yeah, this is an energy of victory. This is an energy of, so this energy that is currently surrounding you, they have made it so where your wounds, the things that may have held you back in the past, they are looked at in a more different way. It seems like it's like you have made this victory lap, and this energy that is currently surrounding you is wanting you to bask in that energy of victory, of something not having a hold of you anymore, something that you have worked really, really hard in. Yeah, there's like this focus, and this energy is now ready to express itself and showing you the victory of this hard work, or this realization that you had when it comes to your wounds. There's this expansion that this energy is wanting to bring into your life. It's a newfound energy. It's quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. Let's see what's coming into your life. What's being birthed. So what's coming into your life is there's a stability, there's a patience that is coming into your life right now. There is no longer a rush. There is no longer, I'm hearing scorch policy that's happening with you, or what has happened in the past perhaps, but there's a patience, and there is something that is coming into your life, or it's awakening inside of you, where you're able to really analyze and see all the resources that you actually have around you, and being able to utilize it. There's definitely something where you thought you had little, and it's realizing that with the space that you're in right now, the energy that's currently surrounding you, there is an opening that has happened that has allowed you to sort of see things in a new light, to approach things in a new light, and realize that there are certain steps that you may have wanted to skip over in the past, but there is a newfound patience and appreciation. So for example, I'm getting the message moved through me of this gratitude of where you are, right? That, for example, let's say that if you have a small community around you, right, and you're wanting that community to grow, for example, in the past, you would have wanted to skip just right over that and wanted just to get into this big community, which have different, which will provide you with different access and all of this, which is coming. But there's appreciation of, okay, I have a small community. Well, what's the benefits of that? Oh, there's intimacy. There's actually conversation that's happening. There's a feeling of closeness, right? So it's like looking at the situation right now and utilizing the resources and the benefits of that said community and that resource. It's beautiful. That's lovely. What is the goal of this coming into your life? So the purpose of this coming into your life, there's multiple purposes, and both are so divine. So the first purpose of this coming into your life, this patient energy, this looking at your resources in a different way, kind of, of what's coming in. The purpose of it is to, one, you are given the space and time that you need to really truly fill all of your cups. To even realize the cups that you even do have, of being offered something. Well, now that this energy of patience is entering into your life, is being birthed within you, you're able to really truly see all the cups that you have and all the cups that need to be filled by you, right? So there's definitely this sense of like your needs being focused on, because I feel like from where you are now to where you are going, there's a lot of change that will be happening. Of course, change is the one thing that is constant in our lives, but from where you are now to where your guides are leading you to, there are cups that needs to be filled that you don't even know about yet, that you haven't even seen yet. It's being offered to you that, okay, now is the time to fill this cup. And now that this energy is moving into your life of patience, of looking at your resources in a different way, you're actually going to be able to see that cup. Yes. And the other message, the other purpose of this coming in as well, that I was getting a sense of, is that, so there was this feeling that moved through me of someone that gets bored easily, gets very bored easily. And so the purpose of this is to teach you presence, to teach you this gratitude. And yeah, there's this feeling, so I'm sensing as though like your future self has come in, and it's basically telling me that you're gonna wish for that small intimacy. Once again, you're gonna miss those personable conversations that you used to have. And so there's an importance for you to experience this closeness with your community, this rawness with your community right now. So that is this beautiful purpose that's coming in. So let's see, looking at your physical environment. So there's a lot of action that you are really stepping into when it comes to your physical environment. And it's, I'm getting a sense that it's definitely stemming from this energy that you're currently in of nurturement, of compassion, of intuition. And because of this deep intuition that is really filling you right now, it is loud. It cannot be ignored, okay? It cannot be ignored. And you know this already, though. I definitely sense that you know this. But because of that, there is no question. If your intuition is telling you, nope, not right now, you are cutting it and there's no emotion involved in it. It's no hard feelings to what you have to cut. It just is what it is, because your intuition is so strong right now. Yeah, your intuition is so strong that there is no ignoring it. And so what needs to be done is being done, pretty much. But through that, there is so much transformation, which I absolutely love for you. I love that for you. What's the lesson that your physical environment is presenting to you? The first word I heard was carelessness, of just skipping ahead, jumping forward, very much the energy that I was getting a few moments ago, for sure. So there is this sense that you are excited of going forward, moving forward, really having this spark that has ignited inside of you. But there is a sense now that the lesson that your physical environment is teaching you is how to hold that fire in a way that is not destructive towards you and your path, but also in a way of that light just making sense. Right? Whereas before, I'm getting this vision of an individual that before they would get this excitement and they would just full steam ahead, and either one, they will burn out, two, they will move so fast that they forgot details or they didn't see certain details, you know. And now with this energy of discernment, with this energy of your physical environment, of fully trusting your intuition, you can feel that spark within you ignite. But now you know what to do to really keep that fire burning and not let that fire control you. You are the one that is more in control of this fire. Hence the discernment, hence the deep intuition of what needs to be done. And because this spark is so important for your journey, you are doing what you need to do to make sure that that spark remains lit. It's lovely. Okay, what's transforming out of your life? So we spoke about this, but what's transforming out of your life is like this impatience, this divide I'm also getting as well. Within you, there's less confusion. There's less confusion that's happening. And this is what's leaving your life. Also, what's leaving your life, from what I'm also getting as this collective message is sort of unfolding before me, is there this need to force something, to overindulge. Just like this imbalance that was so prevalent in your life, this is leaving your life. Whether you have or you haven't done it already, this is leaving your life. You realize that this is unsustainable, this overindulgence, this forcing, this matter of extreme that may have been very prevalent in your past. You're really reconciling the scales within yourself, and just getting more firm in just who you are. Yes, love to see more information about what's leaving your life. The word I'm getting is illusion. There's no more of this, and you know, it's being moved by this discernment, this deep intuition, but there's no longer an illusion. And I'm being reminded of this quote, and I don't know who said it, but it's basically, so it went something like this. It was something along the lines of, when you accept your reality, that is when you can affect the most change in it. So the purpose of this leaving your life is to bring a release of this illusion of how things were supposed to be, or whatever, this illusion that kind of entered your mind. And be very compassionate. Well, you're in a state of compassion for sure, but be very compassionate, because sometimes these illusions that our mind creates, they're just there to protect us, to keep us going. But as we are releasing it and we're seeing the reality, we are truly seeing the actual beauty that our paths are leading us down. And so with this discernment, with this need of, you know, I'm not overindulging, I'm not forcing, you're so over that. This illusion is slipping away, and now what would have been very jarring for some people, there's something very beautiful that's happening. So I just saw, for example, a person having like these rose-colored glasses on, and they finally take them off, and they thought it would be just this ugliness, and turns out, with the positioning that your guides have now positioned you in, it's not what you thought. And there's something very fulfilling and very beautiful and very satisfying with what you are now seeing, now that you have this balance in control, because you are removing what's leaving your life is this imbalance, this force. So that is lovely. And what's going on in your spiritual environment? I'm very curious. Oh, wow. Yeah, we have a lot of mirroring that is happening. So your inner world is definitely influencing your outer world. Your guides have been working overtime not overtime, but your guides have been working at removing things that do not serve you and allowing you to see the truth in whatever it is that you are needing to see. I'm getting a sense that when you look back at the different yous that you were in the past, or the past you, it would have looked at this situation that you're in completely different. But because of this deep intuitive nature that you're in, because of this deep compassion that you're having when it comes to yourself and your journey, and yes, and all things else, you see an alignment that is happening in your life in a way that before it would have felt more like this unfeeling, uncaring, the world is cold kind of mentality, you know? But now, what you are now seeing is alignment. Because yeah, there's an alignment happening with your physical and your spiritual. There's a protection that is taking place. I'm also getting a sense that certain spirits will be entering into your life now because of the state that you now are in. It's like, now you're ready. Now you're ready to know who they are. Now you're ready to work with them. Now some aspect of the magician in your life, you know, the aspect of you that is the magician, the alchemist, has now finally been learned and stepped into. And now I get a sense that there's certain spirits, and there are definitely spirits that are at the ready and will be entering your life now at this point. Nice. Let's get some inner work and outer work to just better, you know, keep us aligned into this path towards peace, love, joy, and abundance. And just allow us to know what it is that we can be continually doing to better ourselves, better our environment, you know, whether that's mentally, emotionally, spiritually, all of that. So for the inner work, oh, this flipped right over. Okay. And the outer work. So when it comes to this inner work, your guides are wanting me to speak on individuals that may frustrate you, or individuals that, or it doesn't have to be individuals, but there's something very frustrating and annoying. Like when this happens in your life, or you see this happening, or you feel yourself getting very quickly frustrated, angered, or in a state of judgment towards other people or anything like this. Spirit, your guides want to remind you that what you are looking at is yourself. So there's an aspect as well with your inner work, is that your environment and the people that you are connecting with, they are on some level, in some sense, reflecting back at you something that's happening within you. But now that this overindulgence, this force, this unbalance has left your life and is leaving your life, whether you want it to or not, or, well, of course you want imbalance to leave your life, of course. But that takes sacrifice, you know, when you're no longer willing to overindulge or force, there's a release and a trust that has to happen, which is not always easy, which is why we force, which is why we push so much, you know. But a part of this inner work is that you're truly seeing the divine, you're seeing yourself in many aspects, whether it's an individual, whether it's your pet. I'm also getting pets coming through, which has never happened before, perhaps. So, for example, I'm seeing like someone's pet, and their pet is like nervous all the time, and they're like, why are you nervous? Perhaps this is an aspect within you that this pet is picking up on, right? And so there is this compassion that you are also extending, not just to yourself, but to others as well. Doesn't mean you accept things. I felt like it doesn't mean you accept anything. I felt that coming strong, you know. But there is this compassion that has entered at a deeper level of just understanding yourself, and also understanding and also feeling like the spaces that you want to move in, and the spaces that you really don't want to move in. Your intuition, like I said, is on fire. Your intuition is on fire. But yeah, so there is, so don't damage, so don't get so frustrated. Let's say with this pet, I love that example that Spirit gave to me. You know, the pet is nervous and they're running away, and you're just so frustrated. Like, why are you doing this? This makes no sense. I want to love you. You know, but that force is so damaging to the pet, right? And so there's this compassion of, I understand, I know the state that you're in. I felt the need to run away from things that were good for me. I'll be patient with you. And it's like this compassion that you've had to learn to have within yourself. Why am I getting emotional? This compassion that you've had to learn with yourself is now being extended to others now. I'm getting emotional. So yeah, and this also goes with, of course, individuals as well and stuff. This compassion for others, and this frustrating, damaging thing where we sort of project ourselves onto others. Sort of like, okay, I see where you're at. I have compassion for where you're at. I won't judge you for where you're at. But of course, for your own sake, you will move in or move out of that environment as you need to give that space, if that space is needed, for example. So, wow, beautiful inner work, emotional inner work. So much understanding. Wow. It's beautiful. Okay. In the outer work. Okay, I love this outer work for you because I feel a sense that we are moving out of humbleness. We're moving into a space where it's okay to be admired. We're moving into a space where this external validation that you may have sought after is no longer affecting you. You don't need that external validation. Because when you are stepping out, you are shining anyway. You are stepping into who you are, and you're being who you are without apology anyway, whether someone is seeing it or not. And there's this humbleness that is being removed, because this humbleness in the past, this was humbleness that was a way of like minimizing yourself, and now you're not minimizing yourself, and I love that for you. I love that for you. And because of that, that brings so much admiration to those that will see you. They won't understand perhaps why they're admiring you or why they're looking at you. It could be a stranger. They won't understand what it is, but it's because this validation, you have touched within it yourself. You have validated yourself, and you're moving in that validation, whether people see it or they don't see it. But trust me, they feel it. And that is beautiful for your journey. That's that victory, that this energy that's currently surrounding you is really highlighting in your life. You are doing your victory lap. So be seen, be known, be heard, be felt. That's this outer work. This outer work. I love that. Beautifuls. Wow. I love this for you. I want to sit in this energy and sort of like, I want to bask in your light. I love it. I absolutely do. But alrighty, beautifuls, thank you so much for being here with me. I hope that this gave you a beautiful snapshot of what's coming into your life, the lessons that are involved in it, what's leaving your life, the alignment, the beautiful alignment of your physical environment and your spiritual environment right now. Lovely. And this energy that is surrounding you, I mean, in this space of where you are as well. Yeah, a lot of spirits that have been waiting for you to get to this moment, they will be coming in now because you've learned something that they needed you to learn before they could even come into your life. So I hope that this gave you beautiful instructions of the inner work and outer work that you can be doing. And I just feel like my arms are opening. It's like this opening of your arms that is happening in your life right now. I love it. So anyway, thank you so much, beautifuls, again. And until the next one, truth and love.